In seeking to receive the thumbs up and to ensure that the Citizenship by Investment Program, the CIP, is fine-tuned with the nation and its people not being disadvantaged, citizens were invited to weigh in on the process, and that they did, as Sherilyn Beezer reports.
Concerns raised included whether successful applicants will have the same rights as nationals, safety of the Antigua and Barbuda passport, the possibility of land being depleted, the leasing instead of selling of lands, is there a cap, will agricultural lands be affected, have voting rights, make donations to political campaigns, whether they will contribute to Social Security, and the one receiving most attention is the statement that they will live in designated areas. Task Force member Gay Heshme explains what is meant by designated areas.
Just land out
dry
there,
land.
we're actually going to just designate an area and say and cordon it off and make it a gated community. Isn't that at all? Again, let me say that the purpose of this is, in actual fact, to safeguard lands for future.
She adds that Antigua has a lot of inventory that can be sold and compared the program to a stimulus package. Chairman Fitzmaurice Christian explains the 15-day residency requirement also lends to persons living in designated areas and will boost the real estate sector.
We made a projection based on, of course, expert advice with what could happen in the first 3 years of this policy. And what we found, for example, based on the 15-day policy of a minimum of 15 days, over those 3 years, what would happen in terms, because of the residency requirement, that would be equivalent to having a 36-room hotel occupied based on the level of occupancy that now exists in the tourism industry, at least more than half occupied for the entire year. So it's really equivalent to almost putting down a 36-room hotel.
On the question of the security of the nation's passport, the program seeks to attract quality, not quantity. Therefore, authorized agents are not paid until the applicant is accepted. Christian also responded to the concern of whether there will be a cap on the number of persons being given citizenship.
This program should be monitored, say, for the first 3 years, and then the government makes a decision with regard to, in terms of what that cap is. In terms of our plan, our projection going forward, we see probably a level of, say, 500 of these cases per year as being sufficient.
The task force member, Raddy Hill, added that the passport and citizenship can be revoked under the following circumstances.
If the person disposes of the property before 5 years, then and without purchasing another property of equivalent value, then that is an instance for revocation of the passport, or revocation of citizenship, rather. Then there's the issue of criminality. If the person had given false information upon which it was decided they should be granted citizenship, then if it came to light that this information was fraudulently obtained or whatever, then that would be another instance for revocation of the passport.
The panel also assured that the agricultural lands will not be affected.